Hey everyone, thank you so much for being here today. This is a video I've been wanting to make for a while. And if you're caught in a narcissistic relationship or toxic relationship, first of all, know that I see you and that I believe you. So welcome back to my channel, Unapologetically Loving Myself. My name is Annemarie. So I do apologise if you hear the birds in the background. I am at a friend's place today. I've got a busy week next week and I really just wanted to get this video out. So today I want to talk about something that may be uncomfortable, even painful, but it's also very powerful. Specifically, I want to talk about how forgiving can be a huge transformative step in your healing journey. And not just any forgiveness. I'm talking about forgiving the person that hurt you or the persons that hurt you, and forgiving yourself for losing you in the relationship and possibly abandoning yourself in trying to make the relationship work. So forgiving is not for them, forgiving is for you. Okay? And let me be really clear. This isn't about excusing what happened. It's not about dismissing or minimizing it. It's not about pretending that it didn't happen. And it's definitely not about inviting him, her, they back into your life. Forgiveness in this case is about helping you learn from the past and releasing yourself from the emotional weight that someone else has left behind. And here's the truth. Holding on to resentment binds us to that pain. As long as we stay enmeshed in that anger, in that hurt, in the need for justice, we stay emotionally connected to that person or persons who hurt you. Forgiveness is the act of cutting that karmic tie. Forgiving doesn't make them right, but it does set you free. I'm going to keep going, so I hope you can hear me okay. So let me just tell you that narcissistic cruelty is unlike any kind of pain I've ever experienced. And I've overcome a lot in my 65 years on this earth. The turmoil, the casualties run deep and wide. It's manipulative. It's confusing. It's debasing. And it's relentless. It wears you down and it burns you out. It erodes your reality, your worth, your sense of self. You lose your voice and you start internalizing their distorted view of you. And when the relationship ends, the pain doesn't. It lingers, and sometimes it just begins. You see, you also have to heal your beliefs and patterns to ensure that this never happens again. But that's another story. That's another video. Today I'll stick to forgiving. So here's what I've learned. The anger, the resentment, the hope that one day they'll finally see what they did, the destruction that they caused, or he caused, or they, she, whoever caused, It keeps you emotionally tied to them. And you remain stuck in a trauma bond and unable to cut that karmic connection, which is why some of you may find it so incredibly difficult to leave. And I understand that. That's why forgiveness helps you let go. It really helped me let go. Not because he deserved it, but because I did. Forgiveness gave me peace. It allowed me to breathe again. It allowed me to stop replaying every moment, every lie, every empty promise, every gaslit conversation. It allowed me to stop ruminating and to stop doubting and second-guessing myself. Forgiving doesn't wipe out the past, but it does give you some closure. It gives you peace and it sets you free. That doesn't mean that it's easy. It took me time, real time, to even consider forgiving because I was angry. I was hurt. I wanted accountability. I wanted him to say sorry and to truly see the destruction that he caused and the pain that he left behind. But wanting that acknowledgement keeps you stuck in a never-ending loop of emotional paralysis. Healing from narcissistic and toxic relationships involves rebuilding yourself, involves rebuilding your self-worth from the ground up. So forgiveness is crucial. It allows you to move beyond the role of the victim and into the role of survivor and eventually the thriver. Your immune system will improve, your sleep will be better, you'll be calmer. In fact, my last visit to the doctors this week, I was told I've been carrying rheumatoid arthritis for 15 plus years. I was in the relationship for 23 years. And my doctor told me the first time in 15 odd years that the rheumatoid arthritis is now in remission. So there's the proof that that forgiveness changes your internal landscape. So yay me. When you forgive, you reclaim your energy, you reclaim your peace, your power, your light. And that's powerful. So let me be honest, forgiveness is a process, okay? It's a painful one at that. It can take time. It's not a one-off event. Sometimes it happens in layers. Sometimes you think you've forgiven and then a memory resurfaces and you have to walk through it all over again. That's okay. That's part of the healing. So don't beat yourself up, okay? What helped me personally was understanding that his behaviour said a whole lot more about him than it ever did about me. That doesn't justify what he did, but it helps me let go and let God. It helped me stop blaming and shaming myself. Forgiving allowed me to make room for joy and love and trust again. Not because the past didn't hurt, but because I chose to not let it define me anymore. Forgiveness isn't weakness, it's strength. It says, I refuse to let your actions control my life anymore. That I choose peace, that I choose me. And if you're watching this and thinking, but I'm not there yet, that's okay. That's okay. Please don't beat yourself up over it. And remember, every time you choose to release that little bit more anger, that little bit more resentment, that little bit more hurt, you reclaim that little bit more power, that little bit of yourself. Because this isn't a race, and no one can tell you how you should heal. But just keep the door of your heart open, because when you're ready, forgiveness can be the most powerful act of self-love that there is. So I'm going to leave it at that. I hope you got some benefit. And so to finish, I want you to know this. You are not alone. Your healing matters. You matter. And you are worthy of a life that is whole, that is peaceful, that is safe, and that is free. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it. So thank you so much for being here. I hope you got some benefit today, even a little. And if this did speak to you, please feel free to share your story in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. You can also, for the women who are listening today, you can also join me in my free private Facebook group. And I'll leave the link below as well. Okay? So, and if you need to return, if you need to hear this again, please come back anytime, because this space is for you. So until next time, lots of love. Lots of love. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.